Hey there, I'm Maria, and I'm trying to do this light worker going global site. Um, so I just want to tell you that usually when I work with people, I work in person, being present there with them. So, but nowadays with restrictions and all that kind of stuff, um, I'm trying to see if I can reach people in other ways, for example, doing these videos. But I'm unfamiliar with it. I've never been the camera kind of person. So I do have a little shyness about all of it, and I'm hoping that you can just try and ignore that. Really. Okay. So, with that said, what I wanted to talk to you about today is the term that I personally call the point of perception. So, to me, the point of perception is one person's particular perception of whatever is going on around them and within them. The point of perception is when you look from the inside and out. Where am I? Who am I here and now? And what is currently going on around me? Okay, so I think the term point of perception is important because usually when people talk to each other, when they are discussing, debating different kind of things, they often, for instance, the whole subject of what is reality. When people are discussing this, what actually happens, the way I observe it, is that people seem to be somewhat unaware about what their personal perception, what their point of perception is, and the fact that each individual all have their own point of perception. And so when they're discussing what reality is, it kind of doesn't make sense often the way they are discussing it, because each of these persons all have their own personal point of perception. So there is not one point of perception that is more accurate or more real than anyone else's. It is simply a question of what level are you at and what have you experienced through life and what is your perception of everything that is going on. That is creating your personal point of perception. So that means that no one point of perception is better, more truthful, or more accurate than one or the other. And that is why these discussions of what is reality, there really cannot be any winner, because all of us are looking at our from our own point of perception. So I would say to all of you out there, be aware when you're discussing with other people that each and every one of you have your own personal point of perception. So the whole discussing who's right and who's wrong and what is reality and what is all of this, it doesn't really make sense from a higher point of view, because there is no winner in that. I can describe this to you, I think, by making an example. Okay, so two people are discussing. No, let's say three people, just to start off. So three people are discussing what is reality. And one person is in a personal point of perception where reality can only be something physical that you can hear, see, feel, and touch, because that is what their experiences through life has taught them. I'm physical, I'm very connected, I feel very connected to everything physical. So the physical is my personal point of perception, and that therefore that is reality for me. So the second person is more spirited and is more about emotion and senses. What can you sense is there? So that person's point of perception is that everything that is spirited, that has to do with emotions and feel, that is what is real to them. They're connected to that, and therefore that is their point of perception. So the third person is a person who feels very connected to everything that has to do with the mind. They're going mind, brain, consciousness, mental thoughts. That is to them where they're very connected, because that is what their experiences through life has taught them. Everything that is around me, that is about me, comes from something mental. The mental, the brain, the mind has created everything. So therefore, the third person's point of perception is that everything is a construction of some kind of mental work. So if you were to discuss, say, for instance, looking at a tree, then the third person will go, oh, yeah, but the tree is only reality because mentally I have created it. I have put it there. I have used my mental abilities to put that into reality. Whereas the second person, who is more spirited and more feel and emotions, is going, no, that tree is there because of some spirit, some kind of emotional, spiritual living created it, and that is what is making it. That is reality. The number one person is going, looking at the tree and saying, no, the tree is reality because we can touch it and we can measure it and we can smack on it and say, that is real, that is reality. So you see, in that way, all three people can actually be right about what is reality about this tree. But instead of realizing, hey guys, we're actually all right about this, and if we put our point of perceptions together, we have a much bigger understanding of the actual reality. So you see, this is why it is so important to me that people, instead of going on to each other, discussing who's more right about this, that you instead take a step back and go, hey, if we all put our point of perceptions together, we have an exceptional opportunity to understand this tree or whatever it is you're discussing from much higher, much bigger point of view. And that becomes interesting because that allows us to really start to work on what is the bigger reality. See? So I think the whole point of perception is a good place to start if you want to learn more about yourself and all of cosmos, of all of what is in life. Because when you understand what your own point of perception is, you can join that with others' point of perception, and you can start to see something much bigger. Okay? Both about yourself and about everything else, and about what you are experiencing currently in your life. So let that be my first words to you. Look at your point of perception, get familiar with it, and start to join in others. Start out by that, and let that be the first step in hopefully more videos and text to come on my site. And then you will be ready for some of the other stuff that I will try and explain to all of you. And hopefully, if you feel like it, you can take some of it into yourself and see how that works for you. Okay? So the last thing I want to say to you is, please remember, never give up on yourself, never give up on your life, never give up on whatever issues or challenges or people that you're dealing with, because knowing more about existence from a bigger point of view can really make a difference in life for you in so many ways. So please don't give up on anything. Reach out instead if you have questions, if you're just looking for more knowledge, perhaps. If you're in a special situation that you don't know who to reach out to about this, okay? Don't give up. Reach out to someone, okay? If you feel like it, you're free to contact me. I'm a little shy still about the whole camera thing and stuff like that, but I'm trying to work through it, okay? So if you feel like it, just reach out to me. If I'm not answering the phone, please leave a message, because my messages and the mails I will be looking at sooner or later, and I will come back to you on that. Okay, so this is the first words from me. Let's see how it goes, and I'll see you later. Bye.